Hi, I'm Christopher Warnock of Renaissance Astrology, and I'm very pleased to present our next new edition of Bronze Spica Talismans. Of course, Spica is a fixed star. It's the sheaf of wheat in the constellation Virgo, and it's definitely considered the most benefic of fixed stars. William Milley, the Renaissance English astrologer, lists Spica along with Regulus as the most powerfully positive of all fixed stars. You know, if somebody came to me and said, hey, I want to get a fixed star for wealth and good fortune, right off the bat, I would be saying Spica. This really is our, premier, one of our premier talismans for wealth. There's also other fixed stars, but like I said, I keep coming back to Spica as really one of my favorites. So one of the things that's interesting about working with fixed stars is we're getting more and more traditional sources that give us information about them. And I mean, there's a tendency as new sources come out, I think the automatic assumption is that, oh, this is revolutionary, you got to throw everything else out the window. You only got to use this source, and this is the right source, and it invalidates everything else. What I tend to find is that as I look at traditional sources, they supplement each other, they enrich our knowledge, and they give us more information, but they don't overthrow the previous sources. So the previous source that we've been using is a variant called the tabular variant, in tablet for table, because this information was presented in a table of a manuscript called Hermes on the 15 Fixed Stars. Hermes on the 15 Fixed Stars looks to be very ancient in its origins, probably again back to the Hermetic, technical Hermetica, say 1st to 4th century AD, has roots that deep. All sorts of different versions of this manuscript circulated. So one of the things that I've been happy to do is to publish a translation. This is it, Quindecim Stellis, 15 Fixed Stars, which is a comprehensive translation of all the available variants of Hermes on the 15 Fixed Stars. You can see a link to this below on the page. What this does is give us other variations, give us other information about it. Now, one of those variants is called Quadripartitus, a 4-part variation of Hermes and the 15 Fixed Stars. And it gives us more information about Spica. Like I said, we know Spica is a well talisman. What else does Spica do? So it says, for example, Spica signifies those things which make men laugh, jest, and are gladdened by. So we've got happiness. It says it make one holy to conquering causes and deliver a man from difficulty and distress. So that's very useful. And then it says it causes the bearer to accumulate much wealth. Well, that's cool. Excellent. That's probably the primary goal for a lot of people. Another variant of the Hermes and the 15 Fixed Stars also is included in our translation is the Liber Enoch. And this looks like it was the source for both Agrippa and Ficino in their listing of 15 fixed stars. But anyhow, the Liber Enoch says of Spica, its virtue is to increase the wealth that beareth worthily. Okay, so if you were a con man or you're ripping people off or something, apparently it doesn't work for you very well. It says it conquers causes in the court of law, and it extricates a man from distress and difficulties, and it says it will cause the bearer to be very rich. Ooh, that sounds good. So what's interesting about this is that, like I said, obviously a very powerful wealth talisman. They're talking about being, accumulate much wealth or to be very rich. That sounds great. But it's got these additional powers. And we're learning about these because we're able to see these additional sources. So like I said, it's good for lawsuits. Definitely, again, something to consider if you've got a legal problem or whatever and you want to be successful in the case. This would be a good talisman to consider. But also, I like this idea of producing happiness, of joy, and also extricating you from difficult situations. That's really cool. You get in a bind, and Spike is going to help you get out of that bind. So really a full spectrum, positive, benefic talisman. So one of the things that I really liked about the sources, and again, it's cool to have these available, is all the different sigils. So we've got about 6 different manuscript sources, and each of them has a whole different set of sigils here. So I just want to get you a chance to see some of these sigils. So this is Spica from 2 of the sources. These ones here, these are both Spica. And then this one is the Tabula. So this is Spica as well. And you can see that that's another variation of the Spica talisman. And probably my favorite is the Liber Enoch. And so that has some of the coolest sigils, and these again are the Spica sigils. So very cool. But one of the things I love about the Quindecim Stellis translation is it's got an incredible number of these really cool sigils in them. And the automatic question people say is, which is the right one? Which should I use? And this comes from this idea that there's only one right answer. And I don't find that to be true. What I've realized with these is we've got now a really full palette. So you can take a look at these sigils, and you can pick the one that you like, the one that resonates for you. All of them are pathways to the Spica spirit. All of them are gateways or portals. Many different doors, all leading to the same thing. And really, what's the one that resonates with you? What's the one that kind of opens up the passage, opens up that spiritual connection for you? So again, really cool to have those available. And again, check out those links to the Quindecim Stellis on the page. Another useful book of ours is my book on fixed star, sign, and constellation magic. This also has similar sources. We're using the Tabula variant for Hermes on the 15 fixed stars, but is including a lot more information on sign talismans, also constellation talismans, and also lots of practical information about how to actually make the talismans. And of course, fixed stars are part of my Astrological Magic Course. So again, you can check out links to both that fixed stars book and the Astrological Magic Course on the page. So again, really happy to have these new Spica Talismans. You can see these gold, golden bronze, and the beautiful Spica bird. This image was created by Nigel Jackson specifically for this talisman, and we're really happy to be able to use this. Nigel, it's interesting talking to him about images, because what he said to me is, he said, lots of times what I feel like is that I'm not creating these images; they're basically manifesting through me from the Anima Mundi. And so again, here's a color image that he did that is included with the talismans. This is used for meditation and consecration of the talisman, for the personal consecration. And so Nigel said to me, like I said, that these are images that didn't come from him. It came from the Anima Mundi. It's the same thing with you. He got them from the Anima Mundi, and then you can use them again as portals back to reconnect with the higher consciousness, and also again with the spirit and the angel of Spica. So it's really amazing to be able to offer these talismans. Spica is one of those talismans we try to keep in stock of. Of course, all Renaissance astrology talismans are made at very specific electional times, very short time range. We can only make a limited number of talismans. So we'll make those talismans, stock them up, and then when each edition runs out, then we try to have them stocked up. So Spica I hopefully never run out of, but from time to time they're so popular that we just don't have any of them. So again, check out the Spica Talismans. Renaissance Astrology really, I think, has the most incredible selection of fixed star talismans. You can see a link to that as well. We have almost all the talismans from the 15 fixed stars, plus constellation talismans. The only ones we don't have are ones that are so, like Arcturus, it's like stops bleeding. Not enough demand for that to make it worthwhile, but we have, I think, every other of the 15 fixed stars, plus Fomalhaut, like I said, and plus additional constellations. I'm getting really excited about doing more and more constellation talismans. So again, very exciting. If you're thinking about, a wealth talisman, this is the one to take a look at, particularly if you have problems in your natal chart, say with Jupiter or the Sun, which people are more often thinking about for wealth. If those are afflicted, then Spica is a good option for you. There's very few situations where a fixed star is afflicted in the natal chart. If you're serious about getting a Renaissance Astrology talisman, you can email me. My contact information there is on the page. Send me your birth date, and I'll give you back suggestions for, if you say Spica compatible, I'll be happy to tell you that. And in general, just give you suggestions that would be compatible with your chart for all different kinds of talismans, whether it's a planetary, fixed star, mansions, etc., of all the different talismans that we have available. So again, like I said, very excited to have these available again. Always want to have Spica talismans on stock. Definitely a talisman to check out if you're interested in a wealth talisman, and then check out that and all the rest of our talismans, like I said, as well as the fixed star books and the Astrological Magic Course.